much better these days. Facebook's just being mean. Let's bring the girl of the hour on. I'm going to get Abby over on here with me. Thank you guys for your patience. I mean, like I said over on Facebook, we are just doing the best we can here. Hang on. We got to mute me screaming. Okay, Abby, in the interest of time, I'm just going to get the HE double hockey sticks out of your way so you can start talking and I can start plastering all over the Facebook group where we are actually hanging out now. Is that
and
cool with you?
Esther's going to help you. Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome.
And
Esther's going to help you. She's going to.
We love that girl. Hey,
she's
Esther.
So good.
She's a free mama. She works with Abby. She's just an all-around good human. Esther, thank you for being here. And I saw Jordan on my live too, probably just sitting there like, ladies, where have we been? We're 20 minutes behind.
Oh my God.
So you guys know I love me some fluff. I love me some connection talk. I love me all the things. But you also know that I'm insanely just a freak about my time. And I already am carrying some guilt that we've just spent 20 minutes of yours. So I'm going to get out of your way. This is Abby Parrots. She's amazing. We became friends. We met in a Facebook group long before we had any sort of potential business collaboration. She's the very first person who joined Team Mama. She is still my copywriter today, helping with the lovely emails that you read, helping with my YouTube scripts, and just an all-around awesome human being. She's also trained dozens, if not at this point, maybe about 100 free mamas. I'm not even sure. Oh, not just people, free mamas. Like she takes care of our own. She has a very similar mission in terms of empowering moms. You're in very good hands. I will be here, but I'm just going to get out of the way. So,
but before you get out of the way, I can't share my screen because you have to enable the sharing screen for participants.
I'm so glad you said that. All
panelists. I literally just checked and I was like, oh my goodness.
Okay, how about now?
Now I can, yes.
Fantastic. Wouldn't you be sad if I started drinking my iced coffee and eating my cinnamon roll before you?
I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. We've been like waiting to eat. This is terrible. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Again, before she starts, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your understanding. I can assure you we were like full-blown tech sprint trying to problem solve this. And we really wanted to show up on Facebook because we know that's where you already were hanging out for us. But unfortunately, Facebook didn't want to play nice today. So we'll post the replay on Facebook. You'll be able to get this video later. And like I said, I'm going to go obnoxious right now while I eat my cinnamon roll and drink my iced coffee. And Abby is too. And I'm going to make sure everyone on the interwebs knows that we're right here on YouTube right now. All right. Okay. Over to you.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to press play on my little presentation because we are going to have so much fun today. And I'm going to move these little things out of my way so I can actually see what I wrote. Because if you guys think that I can remember all the things, no. We are going to have so much fun today. We are going to talk about a couple of things like what's the secret to earning more as a freelancer. I always screw this up. You guys, tech is clearly not my friend today. Hold on. Okay, the truth about what business owners want and are willing to pay for, and how you can start to charge more for your work immediately, whatever the services that you offer your clients. But before we get to that, we have to talk about copywriting. The very first thing we need to do is make sure that everyone here knows exactly what we're talking about, because there are two words that are homonyms, sound the same, but mean very different things. Remember that from like third grade? Copyright with an R and copyright with a W, okay? So copyright with an R, that's this one. That's the C in the circle. That's what you want to have to protect your intellectual property. We're not talking about that. We're talking about copywriting with a W, writing, coffee, laptop, all the things that you associate with writers. That is a specific type of writing that is highly profitable. It's really important to recognize here that you don't know what you don't know. And if you're having a light bulb moment right now going, oh, those are two different things, totally cool. You are not alone. In fact, one of my very best students, who is a free mama, didn't know like what copywriting with a W, didn't know what it was. You're going to hear more about her later because today that's how she makes her living. So copywriting with a W, that is what we're going to talk about. This is writing that is highly profitable because it gets people to take specific action. And generally that action is to buy something. When we take action, we're usually working on emotion. It's not about a rational, logical decision that we're making, like with those centers of our brain. It's about wanting something, often wanting to be a better version of ourselves. For example, we might want to be liked or respected, or to feel healthier or sexier, or to save time or be smarter or make more money. Those emotions drive our decisions. So copywriting taps into that emotion. It taps in to what we want people to feel. And we do that by putting the reader inside the story. When you're writing copy words, right, and you want people to take action, it's about creating that connection with people so that they feel like you're talking right to them. Did you ever get an email, I don't know, from Lauren that makes you say, does she have a camera in my house? Is she spying on me? Set aside those stalker fears. Good copywriting makes you feel seen and heard. You guys might be a little too young for this, but if you remember Choose Your Own Adventure books, those were awesome. They start out like this. Your parents leave you home alone for a few hours with strict instructions not to open the door to anyone. Moments after they leave, the doorbell rings. If you listen to your parents and don't open the door, turn to page 7. If you open the door, turn to page 23. Depending on the choices you make, the story takes different paths. When these books were first published, they were hugely popular because they put kids directly into the story. And if you look closely, right on the cover of this book here, it says, you're the star of the story, okay? Let's say you walk into your garage and you are overwhelmed with the boxes and the junk and the tools and the things, and you think, once upon a time I could park my car in here, and there is no room anymore. We should clean this. So you send your husband a little text. Hey, babe, was thinking we could organize the garage this weekend. Thumbs up. Now, maybe you have the type of husband who is all over this, but probably not. If my husband gets a text like this, the first thing he's doing is figuring out how he can not be at home this weekend, or he's ignoring it completely because maybe I'll forget. And as a last resort, he'll be like, oh, I have this really super important project that I have to go do at work. But what if instead you said something like, hey, babe, I was just thinking about all your old football memorabilia. I feel like we should find that and show the kids. Maybe it's in one of those boxes in the garage. Also, that tree in front of the house keeps dripping sap on your car. Now, think about what you're doing here. If your husband loves reminiscing about his glory days as a star quarterback, you've triggered something. If he loves his car and doesn't want it to be covered in tree sap, the wheels are turning. You haven't even mentioned cleaning out the garage yet, but it's on his mind. And he might even think that he thought of the idea to clean out the garage. So guess what? You just tapped into one of the biggest copywriting secrets there is. What's in it for me? Remember, we said copywriting taps into emotion because we want to be a better version of ourselves. So the big question we're constantly asking is, what's in it for me? But me is not you, the writer. Me is the person who's reading the copy, the person you wrote it for. So let's think about how this applies to you and your business. Let's say that you are a virtual administrative consultant and you've decided to start your business out by offering email and social media support to real estate professionals. So you write your power pitch and you say, I'm passionate about helping real estate professionals with email and social media. Awesome, right? Except here's my question for you. How many realtors do you know who sit up late at night thinking, oh, I wish someone would help me with email and social media? Probably not too many. So just like you don't send your husband a text that says, let's clean out the garage, you don't pitch your potential clients with administrative services. Instead, you think about what's really in it for them. Pop quiz time. This is going to be fun since I can't see any reactions or anything. What does every single business owner want? Think about that for a second. And if you're having trouble coming up with the answer, think about this. You are a business owner. What do you want? I would do like some Jeopardy theme song music, but I don't have any. Every single business owner wants more sales, more clients, more money. That's what you want, right? And that doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't make any business owner a bad person. Business owners are out there helping people, serving people every single day. But if you are in business, you need to be profitable or you can't continue. So every single business owner wants more sales. So So what you need to do is figure out how administrative services and organization ties into making your clients more money, more sales. So it's not, I assist busy realtors with email and social media. It's, I get your customers fired up and ready to buy from you. Now, how do you do that? By making sure every customer email is answered, by engaging with your client's audience on social media so they feel loved and heard and seen. That's what the client needs, right? That's how you do that thing. But what they want is to make more money and get more clients. So that's what you have to speak to. See the difference? Now, pretend for a minute that you're you and you're interested in starting your own online career so that you can work from home and not have to choose between your kids and your career or your family and your finances. So you come to a free training on, I don't know, copywriting, and imagine it starts like this. Hi, I'm Abby. I've worked as a writer for over 20 years. Let me tell you 47 awesome things about me. And let me show you pictures of me standing next to famous people and standing next to private jets that have nothing to do with my life. And let me spend 20 minutes of your time, the irony, 20 minutes of your time talking about me. Would that excite you? No. Not only because I'm very boring and I don't fly on private jets, but also because you care about you a whole lot more than you care about me. The irony that I did waste 20 minutes of your time, but it was so not intentional and I love you so much. Okay. So the thing is, oh my goodness, my computer just lost its mind. Anyway, so your About Me page on your website and your power pitch and all of those things, they are not actually about you. And with your About page in particular, I realize this is confusing because the page is literally called About Me. So you would not be weird or like crazy if you thought that it was supposed to be about you. But the thing is, in general, people care about themselves. Your potential clients care about themselves a whole lot more than they care about you. They don't care about how many kids you have or why you want to work from home or where you went to college or what you do for fun. And I see loads of About Me pages that are clearly following some strange advice on show your personality or whatever. So it's like, I went to college in Maine. I'm passionate about homeschooling my children and serving real estate agents. In my free time, I love snowboarding. Fun fact. Nobody will read your About Me page and say, I love snowboarding too. I must hire this person immediately because of our shared interest in snowboarding. Your clients care about themselves, and your About Me page needs to be about them and what they want. I'll tell you a little secret. I have a good friend. Her name is Lauren Golden. And at one point on her website, she had copy that was about her journey to creating the Free Mama. And I told her, I love you so much. This is awesome. We can't have this here. Because people who are brand new to Lauren and her world, not you guys. You guys are in the world. You guys are part of the community and you know Lauren and you know her heart and you know what an amazing human she is. So you care about her story. But brand new people who have never met Lauren, who maybe just seen a Facebook ad or heard somebody mention her on a podcast or whatever and just clicked over, they don't care about Lauren's journey to creating the Free Mama movement. They care about themselves. And what they care about is how they can work from home and earn money so they don't have to choose between family and finances. So we rewrote all of Lauren's About Me page to make it about you and all the free mamas instead of being about Lauren. So your About Me page has to be about your ideal clients. Quick example. I don't have a formal About Me page for clients, but the one page on my website that I use to connect with clients talks about my clients. Now, please do not think that I'm trying to say that my About Me page is perfect. That is not the lesson I want you to take here, but I do want you to see how I literally call out my ideal client in the copy here. My ideal client is somebody who's no longer checking mailing lists. They know who their ideal client is. They have an awesome opt-in. They've mastered social media, but they're not bringing in automated sales the way they could be. This copy is not about me at all. You can see with Holy Bananas, that's something that I say, that's a little bit of my personality in there, but this copy is not about me. It's about other people. It's about the clients I work with, okay? The easiest way to do this, a rule of thumb that you can remember, is shift from I to you. Whenever you are writing to potential clients, if that's in Facebook groups, if that's in cold or warm email pitches, any place you're writing, replace the word I with the word you anytime that you can. This goes back to people caring about themselves. Think about your copy from their standpoint. What's in it for me, where me is not you, it's them, right? So that can be super simple. Like if you're writing that power pitch, instead of I help real estate professionals with this service, make it about what they get. Let's get your customers fired up and ready to make it about them, okay? So when you're writing that about me page, to make that about your clients, instead of saying things like, my interests include long walks on the beach and eating jelly beans, you could say things like, you don't have the time to answer every customer service inquiry that hits your inbox. That's about them, okay? Always, always be thinking from your client's point of view. Now remember, when we started, I said I'd tell you a couple of things like the big secret to getting paid more as a freelancer. Have you ever been in a Facebook group and seen someone post, who here is making $10,000 or more a month? Then you get these answers like, yes, girl, and I just had my first 10K a month and the gifts and the fun. And there's always that one girl who's like, I make $20,000 a month and I only work for 16 minutes. DM me, hun. What is the deal? I mean, except for the weird girl. What do these other women know that you don't know? So I'm going to tell you, there are actually 3 things that they know. I think my gifts want to play, but okay, we'll move on. If you want to charge premium prices, you need a premium service. Here is a hard truth. You are not going to hit $10,000 a month working as a general VA. There simply aren't enough hours in the day for you to take on the dozen or so clients that you would need and do all of the things that you would need to do for them to hit those goals. You need a specialized skill so that you can market that premium service and charge those premium prices. And the truth about what business owners want and are willing to pay for, remember, business owners want to make more sales. We learned that in our pop quiz earlier, right? So you need to show clients that your work drives more sales. If you know how to connect the dots between what you do and what makes more sales for business owners, then you will have clients beating down a path to your door. And we talked about how you can beef up your power pitch and your about me page and make them more focused on your clients and what's in it for them, which is going to make it easier for you to get more clients, even if you don't want to be a copywriter. You can still use those skills, those strategies that we talked about, and beef up those things in your presentation so that you will get more clients. And the beautiful thing is that you don't need years of experience. Copywriting is a skill that translates directly to more sales in business. And the women who you see out there earning big bucks are truly just like you. They don't have advanced degrees or years of experience or anything else that you can't get. They simply invested some time and effort in learning a specialized skill, which allows them to charge significantly more money for the work they do. So in the short time that we've been together so far, you've already learned a couple of really important copywriting strategies. There are more. And just like I taught you these things, I can teach you all the other things that you need to know. You don't need years of experience. And let's talk about some other things that you don't need if you decide that copywriting sounds fun. You don't need a degree in English or a background in marketing or experience working in an agency or any professional experience as a writer. Hi, I don't have a degree in English. I actually don't have a college degree at all. And I make 6 figures from copywriting, not from selling courses, by the way, from copywriting, okay? Because clients are looking for results, and you can learn how to get those results a lot faster than you think. Just so you know, my cell phone's going nuts because my kid keeps calling me. And I'm pretty sure he's calling me from upstairs, so. I love coronavirus. It's so awesome. Okay, so another thing people sometimes think is that if you are going to be a copywriter and sell things, you have to be this guy. Completely not true. I sincerely hope that you don't think that I am like this guy. I run my entire business based on 2 core beliefs. Don't lie, which seems fairly straightforward and obvious, but it's apparently not. And treat people well, like the way you want to be treated, which means that I'm not going to my slide says, my notes say, I don't come here and tell you things that aren't true. And I don't take 20 minutes of your time to tell you about my life. I just take it while I'm trying to get online. Okay.
That whole thing is feeling a little in our face today, Abby. Everything you referenced has been 20 minutes. So please
what are you gonna do? Oh my goodness. See, like it's the universe that's speaking to us. It knew about these two.
Apologetic, and we're not like those people like Devil Wears Prada who show up and they're like, thank you for all being here. I finally arrived. Like, we were trying to make a dramatic entrance, I promise.
If you had seen Lauren Golden in the time that we were trying to get online, wow, I don't think I've ever seen that side of her.
I told them, I'm like, I broke a sweat. I was like, next platform. Nope, next platform. All right. We try to treat you really well is what we're saying. Okay.
That's right. We do. We care about you very much. Okay. So these are the two principles that I run my business on. Don't lie and don't treat people the way you would want to be treated. Okay. So you don't need like these big fancy things if you want to be a copywriter, but what you do need, a couple of really basic things to like writing. Like if you hate writing, this is not a good choice. Don't do it. You have to like helping people and you have to be curious, meaning you have to be okay asking a lot of questions. Everything I write takes a lot of questions and asking and being willing to continue asking questions until you absolutely know that you have enough information. So I teach a method called the right system, and I'm going to go through it with you to show you how you can use it every single time you communicate with your own clients, regardless of whether or not you want to write for a living. This system will still help you. Okay. So the right system, because, and this is where, you know, I should have been a dad. When you use the right system, you're not going to waste time or money doing the wrong things. Right? I could be a dad. So,
but
okay.
I got
there
you
in the background. All right, so you're going to start by identifying who you're writing to. Now, you're going to hear a lot of people online talking about ideal client avatars. Nice, but no. Like the thing where you go to Google and you print out pictures of people and you're like, this is Janet. She is 47 and she shops at whatever. Like, stop doing that. Instead, I would like you to find a real human being, you know, who lives on Earth, who needs your service. If you cannot identify a single actual living human being with whom you have had contact in your life who needs your service, that could be a problem. That could be an indication that you should maybe think about something else. So I don't want you to think about the idea of a person when you think about who you're writing to. I want you to think about a specific person with whom you have had conversations who needs the service that you want to offer. Then you're going to research that person. And again, this is why it's so much easier if it's an actual human being. You want to be dealing with a real person so that you can be thinking very specifically about what this person needs, thinks, feels, wants. And you're going to have to interact with this person, like have actual conversations. This can feel a little bit scary, I realize, but it is critical. And I can tell you right now, and Lauren will tell you, if you are not willing to talk to people, you are not going to have a business. It is crucial. It is a core step in building your business. And by the way, you don't actually have to limit yourself to interacting with just one person. You are allowed to talk to more than one. You start with one. You start with one person and you get to know as much about that person and how your service will help them as you can. But then you go further and you have more and more conversations with people, and you will begin to hear words and phrases that come up again and again. This will help you so much because you'll get to see how people really truly talk about the things that they want and need from you. And then you will be able to reflect that back to them when you write things like your About Me page and your power pitch, and you will be able to speak to exactly what they need and want. And they will be like, please take my money and do the thing. Okay. T stands for trust your ability to do the work, especially when we're talking about freelance writing. This is not brain surgery. You can get people to tell you exactly what they want to see written down if you're willing to listen to them. And then you will do the work for them and you will give it to them and they'll be like, this is exactly what I wanted. And you'll be like, I know, it's kind of like I asked you what you wanted me to write and then you told me and then I wrote it. Like there is a whole system for doing this. And you're going to start to trust yourself as you have success in doing this repeatedly. And it's going to be this beautiful cycle that just goes on and makes you money and makes you happy and makes you confident and gives you this business that you love. It is not magic. It is an actual process. Okay. And E stands for educate yourself consistently. So that means a couple of things. One is always continue talking to your ideal client and hearing the things that they need and want from you, because most of the time businesses change and evolve and grow over time. So like if you begin working with clients who are at a specific stage, as those people grow, their needs will change and your business might evolve to continue serving those people as they go through different levels. Or you might say, okay, I want to, I hear those people and I want to send them over here and I want to continue focusing on the people who are in this specific stage of business. And the other piece of educate yourself consistently is, unsurprisingly, don't be afraid to learn new skills, particularly specialized skills. This training, other workshops with trusted people who Lauren brings into the community, other people you might have heard of and trust and believe that what they're sharing with you is valid, legitimate information. Do not be afraid of education. It is awesome. Learning new stuff is great and it will grow your business and it will help you better serve your people. When you follow a straightforward system like this, writing becomes simple. You're following a system, you know exactly what you have to do, and it starts to be really fun as you start to get more and more feedback in the door. So what I want you to know, wow, like out of breath. Okay, you can change your life. You can replace the income from your 9-to-5 job, even if you're making 6 figures. You can gain confidence and grow as a person. And you can show your kids that women can do anything. A year ago, when I came in and talked about writing for money, I talked about the beautiful and talented Amy Matos, who's been part of the Free Mama community forever. A year ago, Amy was working 15 hours a month. Think about that. 15 hours a month, not a week, a month, and bringing in $4,000 to $5,000 a month from freelance writing. So now it's a year later and Amy is still beautiful and talented. And what's even more awesome, and she might kill me, but most of the time she doesn't have to dress up fancy like this and she can just hang out like this. And she's hitting $10,000 months. And she is so careful about not working too many hours. She's now working a little bit more than 15 hours a month, but she is very, very careful. She is staying very close to that 20 hours a week. And here are a couple of things that you need to know about Amy. She is awesome, number one. She had no writing experience prior to starting through my program. She worked in corporate HR. She did earn 6 figures. The writing that she did was like sending email to her staff and the occasional, team update kind of thing. Like that was the writing that she did. She had no professional writing experience. And she went through my program. And like I said, started out by working 15 hours a month and bringing in $4,000 to $5,000 a month. And now she has scaled up over the past year. She is having these 10K months, even with coronavirus. Her work has not slowed down at all. She is so careful with her hours. She doesn't work more than 20 hours a week. She took a week off 2 weeks ago, and I happen to know this because at the time she was working for me. She took a week off and was completely unavailable to all of her clients and just binged The Walking Dead. And she can do that because she's making enough money. I know, right? So awesome. That's my favorite show. So, she can do that because she has clients who respect her and love her and understand her boundaries. And that is the kind of thing that can happen. And it's super awesome. You can do this even if you have no professional experience right now. Guess what? Every single person who starts out in any job has no professional experience when they start. Everyone has to land a first client or get a first job. A thing that I can't say I like to think about it, but a thing that I frequently think about is every brain surgeon in the whole world starts off with no experience operating on people's brains. They go to class and they learn things, but at some point, every single one of them has to pick up a scalpel and operate on someone's brain for the first time. So freelance writing is awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and say it is not as difficult as brain surgery. Like seriously, think about it. This is not that hard, right? Like nobody's brain is going to be chopped up if you, have a typo in your thing, or like you have to ask an extra question. And the thing is, if you want to learn how to get paid to write, you can learn everything that you need to know inside of Writing for Money. Let's talk about Casey for a minute. In the very beginning, I mentioned that one of my best students originally didn't know the difference between copyright and copyright. So that was Casey. And I love this story so much because she was like, oh, I literally did not even know what that was. I thought you were talking about protecting intellectual property. And now that's all she does, okay? She went through one of my programs. She had never done this before. She originally started offering she was doing regular VA work, and then she started offering blog post writing to a client, to an existing client. She was able to add on this extra service and get paid more to do it. And it was very easy because the client already knew her and trusted her, and she knew the business well, and she was able to add that. And then she learned an even more specialized skill, email sequence writing. And she booked $5,500 in 3 days from 2 clients. I love this so much. So Casey went from, I don't know what copywriting is, to, oh my gosh, I'm making thousands of dollars every month. This is awesome. Okay. Libby is a free mama. She joined Writing for Money after being a stay-at-home mom for many, many years, 10, 15 years at home with kids, not being in the workforce, right? Took her a bit of time to get started and jump in and do the things. But lately, she's been closing clients left and right and doing this work and posting wins. And I was like, hey, Libby, can I jump on a call with you and get you to say nice things about Writing for Money? And she said, I can't because I have so much client work. So sorry, can't help you. A different time, maybe. So, and look at the date stamp on this, April 13th, 2020. This is smack in the middle of Coronacation. So there is definitely work to be had, even with all the craziness that's going on in the world. People still need writers, okay? Emma Davies, no experience. Also, another stay-at-home mom, doing the stay-at-home mom thing for many years. She was a childminder, right? She had this daycare in her home and could not do that once Corona happened, right? So she dug in on Writing for Money. And the other month posted, my predicted income will 100% replace the job I was doing. And she says, yeah, okay, so that wasn't a huge income of 6 figures, but this is a huge step for me and gives me options. That's what this is about. Okay, this is Alex. Alex lives in Romania. She is not a native English speaker. Her English is excellent, but it is English as a second language. And she is writing for US-based clients, doing this work and rocking it out and making the money that she needs to pay off debt and live her best life. And we are so excited for her. And she is just doing incredible, incredible things this year. Okay, so probably the vast majority of you watching this are native English speakers. So think about this. You can do this. Amber is a free mama who joined Writing for Money last year. We jumped on a call and she told me that once she started working on the materials, the very first client she landed paid her over $600. A few months later, she's making twice what her husband in IT makes. And she's doing this while homeschooling her kids. I think she has 4 kids, right? And she was homeschooling even before all of this. And she has continued working through all of this, is continuing to make money and do amazing things. Hanna has infant twins. She's a military wife. She was terrified. Oops, I forgot to update the text on this, guys. Sorry. So that's not Hanna, but she's making a good amount of money. So the money was a big deal. She was worried about investing in a course because she has student loan debt. She was expecting babies, all of the things that so many of us are dealing with. Within weeks, she had made back what she spent on the course, and she's continuing to make money every single month. I can't believe I screwed up the text on Hannah's slide. This is heartbreaking to me because I love her so much. Hanna, I'm sorry. Where did oh, here we go. Now, if you don't know this, I have 5 kids, including the one that, including tech, I love it. Okay, including this child who is developmentally disabled, who is the one who was calling me, by the way, from upstairs, has autism, had cancer, beat cancer, is amazing and incredible, but takes up an enormous amount of my time, okay? And I have this kid who, bless, the children have been, in Israel, we've opened up a lot of stuff recently, and they just went back to school. They've been back in school for a week, and he already got an in-school suspension. So woohoo, we are winning over here, okay? He threw a chair, in case you were wondering. My point is, I am busy. I have a full life, and you are busy too. So this course is designed to teach you all of the things that you need to know fast, yet step by step, so that you don't make yourself nuts and you start earning money, Okay, I understand the craziness of your life because trust me, I got it over here too. We've got Elizabeth, free mama. While she was still in the program, Elizabeth was already getting work. You can use this program to figure out what kind of work you want to do, how to get that work, how to do the work, and how to make sure that your clients love you and want to hire you again and again. Okay. And Elizabeth is another one of these people who, once she started working in a single month, was able to make more than 10 times what she paid for the course. Kate from our free mama community really struggled with confidence issues. Working as a teacher, she had a principal who put her down constantly. If I'm not mistaken, Kate just left that job and is now full-time freelance. So we're very excited for her. So this is a lot that can happen inside of a year, okay? But she had this huge win where after going through the mindset work inside of Writing for Money, when she had a potential client who came to her with something, she was able to stand up and say, hey, I know how to do that. I can do that I can help you with that. That's a huge, huge win to have that feeling change inside of you. Okay. And it was amazing. It made me cry when I got the email from her. Okay. And she sees the potential for what her business can be. That to me is really exciting. This is Fabiana. She is not a mom yet, but we still love her. She landed almost $4,000 project on Upwork. I know Lauren and I have different approaches to Upwork, but this was something that she was able to do right out of the gate. This was before she had even finished Writing for Money, okay? There's so much that you can do even before you've done all the modules in the course, okay? You can really, truly change your life. Every day I get to talk to fascinating people, and they often have a truly amazing impact on my life and my family. I've gotten access to all kinds of technology and programs and people I would never have had the chance to meet if I weren't a freelance writer. Writing is just an amazing way to get access. I told this story last year, maybe some of you remember it. Over the years, I've had a bunch of different gigs with many different kinds of clients. When my 5th baby was born, I convinced a parenting website to let me host a stroller showdown, mostly because I wanted a new fancy stroller, but I did not want to buy it. So I wrote to 15 different stroller manufacturers and got them to send me strollers to test out. And then I recruited a bunch of friends and had them help me test these strollers. And I got to keep all the strollers because I told all the companies ahead of time if they wanted their used strollers back, they would have to pay for shipping. And they were like, why would we do that? Just keep them. So I donated some. I kept the one I liked the best. I gave some. It was awesome. I was very popular in my town for like a month while I had strollers to give away. For 2 years, I wrote for a blog for cnet.com. And at the time, they had an appliances and kitchen gadgets blog. And they put my name out as a writer. Daily, I would get stacks of boxes like these from outside of my house. The UPS guy hated us. And it was all appliances and kitchen gadgets the company would send me so that I would write about them. For the past couple of years, I've written email sequences and sales pages for online course creators. And the primary reason I picked that and chose to dive into that was, one, I enjoyed it, but also because I like a lot of courses, but I don't necessarily want to buy them all. And when I'm writing the sales pages and email sequences for them, they have to give me access. So I got to have all these courses and get in the back end of people's businesses and really dig in and get to know them. And it's been amazing and incredible. And I made this amazing friend named Lauren Golden, and it's just been life-changing and awesome. So if you're thinking, okay, but I don't know about appliances and I don't have any friends who are like that and who are doing these things, then oh my gosh, it is okay. You don't have to be an expert in anything. I hear from so many people who are like, but what if the client wants me to write about a thing that I don't know about? You don't have to be the expert. When you are writing for clients, they are going to give you all of the information that you need. And inside of Writing for Money, you can learn exactly what to say to clients so that they give you the information. Like I literally give you the scripts, what to say and how to say it, so that they will hand you on a platter everything that you need to be successful. And you don't have to worry about writer's block. If you've been writing in the past, if you've done creative writing and you know what that, or maybe right now you sit down and you try to write blog posts for yourself and you're like, I don't know what to say. When you do freelance writing the way I teach it to you, you will never stare at a blank piece of paper and say, I don't know what to write. This is not like sitting down to write an essay and thinking, where do I start? When you do this right, you get to be creative and you have the joy that comes with writing. But there's a system and you're always going to know exactly what to write. So let me be really, really clear here. In case you haven't noticed, I have a course. It's called Writing for Money, and it gives you access to a complete system designed to get clients to tell you exactly what they want you to deliver, okay? You will know exactly what to do so that clients say to you, I want you to write something that says this, this, and this. And when you give it to me, here is exactly how I want it to look. Like, I'm going to tell you what words to say to them to get them to give you that information. And then I'm going to show you how to take that information and turn it into a final product that your client loves because it's exactly what they wanted. This is a specialized skill. You can market this as a premium service and charge premium prices. And I want you to think for 1 second about the mail you bring into your house every day. All the brochures and flyers and letters, anything with words on it, someone got paid to write. The insert and the antibiotics you're giving your kid, the instructions for the coffee maker, Amazon product pages, magazine articles, and the paper your doctor gives you about the flu shot. Anything that you see with words on it, someone got paid to write. And so often that person is a freelance writer. And that person can be you. It's not someone smarter or more well-connected. It's just someone who knows the system, how to find clients, what to say so that they hire you. That's what you're going to learn step by step. So if you're thinking, this sounds cool, I would like to be part of this, here we go. Writing for Money. I can help you make this your life. And if you go over to successfulfreelancemom.com/free mama, and that is very important, use that link if you want to get the bonuses we're going to talk about now. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get all of Writing for Money, which is a course that I have been teaching since 2017. It's a good course. If I could marry my course, I would. I love it that much. I think it's awesome. It covers everything you need to know to be a successful freelance writer, even if you have never done this before. You don't have to know anything already. You have to enjoy writing. Like I said, if you don't like writing, this is not for you. But if you enjoy writing and you want to be paid to write, that's all you need to start. The rest you will learn. You'll learn how to find clients who will pay you, what to say to them to get them to hire you, when they hire you, what to say to them to get them to give you everything you need to be successful, how to write the perfect pitch. Remember, I've worked as a copywriter for 20 years, so I know how to write a pitch and I know how to teach you how to do it. Inside of Writing for Money, you learn how to get clients to come directly to you, and you get my complete blueprint for getting amazing projects with great clients, even if you have no experience, just like all of the amazing women we heard about and who are, I'm guessing, in the comments right now saying things, right? The core modules inside of Writing for Money will teach you so much, not just about how to write for clients, but even before we get into that, we're going to cover your time so that you can fit the work into your life. If you're at home with toddlers, babies, if you're in a 9-to-5, or if you're a special needs mom like me, spending a lot of time in therapy sessions with your kid, driving to therapy sessions, you're going to learn all kinds of things about time and how to manage your time. And everything in this course is going to be taught with the knowledge that it's crazy town out there right now. You've become a homeschooler, whether or not you wanted to. You have all kinds of extra coronation responsibilities, and all of our training is going to take that into account. You are going to learn incredibly valuable skills that are even more essential for you to implement right now. All of the free mamas who enroll in this course are getting an amazing, amazing training that I created last year called Kickstart Your Business. And this walks you through my process for 3 things. Choosing a profitable niche so that you're targeting the right potential clients. I'm going to show you the exact test that you can do to figure out if you're going in the right direction before you put time and energy into going down that path. And then the exact process to use from the moment someone reaches out to you and is potentially interested in hiring you, what to say, how to respond, what to do, step by step, and how to determine whether this client is right for you and make sure that it's worth the time it would take you to put together a proposal. When you get the work, what are the next steps to take to make sure that you can do the work, even if you've never done a project like this before? Okay, and that's something that you're all going to get. Inside of Writing for Money, you learn the entire Tiny Habits process, which is the only way to create lasting change in your life. You're going to learn how to build habits the right way so that you can be successful. And we do so much mindset work because you cannot build a successful business if you don't take the time to do that work. And it's this mindset work that has made such a difference for Amy and Kate and Casey and Esther and Ryan and all my other free mamas who've come into the program. This is such a critical piece, and we spend time building that foundation. Now, I love the free mamas, and I definitely love Lauren, and I so respect that she lets me come in here and talk to you, and I want to be sure that you can rock it out. So I put together some premium bonuses to make sure that you can take all of this information and use it to truly change your life. So first of all, I am running this round of Writing for Money as a live round. What does that mean? It means we're going to be working through material together, and you are getting a level of access to me that even my children do not get. A live round means that there are going to be extra office hours and live sessions to get work done, extra training sessions where you can show up live and ask questions and talk about anything that's going on for you, anything that comes up for you as you are working through the material. Anywhere you get stuck, you're not going to be stuck because you're going to have access. You're going to have a way to work through it. I haven't run a live version of this course since 2017. I have no idea if or when I'm ever going to do it again, truly. Like, there has been an enormous amount of prep work that has gone into this, and I have blocked off a ridiculous amount of time on my calendar for the upcoming weeks. That's time that I'm not spending on client work. Lauren, don't listen for a second because I'm still spending time on you, but like not other clients. And it's a big deal. So I don't know when I'm going to do it again. If you want that kind of access to me, this is your chance. And all of the free mamas who enroll in this live round are getting 3 months of free access to my 90-day accelerator. This is something that normally costs $97 a month, and you're getting 3 months of it, which is $291. And I did that math on a calculator because I do words, not numbers. If you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, I want to make sure you're hanging out with the best possible people. So get free access to our 90-day accelerator. We host 2 monthly group coaching sessions, and we bring in a guest expert every single month to help you level up your skills and blow your goals away. You also get access to our private Facebook community, so you have all the accountability and support you need. Then you're going to get fast track to freelance writer, which you literally cannot put a price on. These are my famous over-the-shoulder hands-on tutorials. They're amazing. I'm just going to say it. You learn exactly how to handle specific assignments from clients. We walk through how I got hired to do the piece in the first place. What did I say on the kickoff call with the client? What questions did I ask? What answers did I get? You get to see the draft of the work that I originally created and the finished product, and a detailed video breakdown of the process. This insider information. You cannot Google this stuff. I give it to you straight, and I make sure that you have everything you need to be successful from day one. How to write case studies and white papers. I am the first to admit when I am not an expert in something. And so I bring in people who are experts in those things. In the live round of Writing for Money, you are getting access to 2 special trainings that were run by guest experts we brought in the past. These are guest experts who specialize in case studies and white papers, which are 2 things that pay, I think the technical term is a crap ton of money, like a lot of money, like $3,500 or $4,000 for a single assignment that's under 2,000 words. Come on, guys, that's pretty cool. And both of these trainings have already been turned into paid programs by the women who delivered them, but you're getting access to them for free. And because Lauren loves you so much, she wanted to give you some free mama love. So when you enroll in the live round of Writing for Money during our special event, you're also going to get the free mama guide to freelancing, which includes so many goodies, and Lauren's incredible prospect to paid training that shows you her process for signing clients. I was really excited about these. Does that come across? Let's see. And you know how much Lauren loves action takers. So I love action takers too. And I created 2 fast action bonuses. The first one is for the first 10 people who enroll. You're going to get a one-to-one coaching call with me. Fun fact, people used to pay over $200 for these, and I don't even offer them anymore, but you can get one for free if you're one of our first 10 free mamas who enroll. We will hang out on Zoom. The whole thing is recorded. We can talk about whatever you want to move forward in your business. We can review copy. We can talk strategy, whatever you want. It's your call. You get to drive. It's going to be awesome. And my second fast action bonus is for anybody who enrolls before Sunday at midnight. You're gonna get office hours with me. So we're doing this. This is so cool. We did this with Catherine Jones's people last month, and it was so awesome. I've done it with a couple of rounds of my own people, and it has been incredible. You get to talk with me on Voxer. You get one-to-one access with me on a specific day. We open up office hours for a block of 10 hours because there's time zones and there's kids, and it's sometimes hard to find a specific hour to sit down in the day. So you have plenty of time. You send me your questions over Voxer. I answer you over Voxer. If you've never used Voxer, it's super awesome. It's this voice and messaging app. It's so cool. You're going to love it. This is the equivalent of having one-to-one coaching calls with me for 3 months, which is not something I offer. When I did, it was $2,000. You're going to get it for free. It's so, as long as you enroll by Sunday, you are getting this. Okay. Why Sunday? It was supposed to be 48 hours. Okay. Today is Wednesday, right? So it would have been Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, except in an incredible moment of Abby, whatever, like brain deadness, when I scheduled this with Lauren, like, I don't know, months ago, I didn't realize that tomorrow is a Jewish holiday. So here's what's up. Tomorrow evening starts a Jewish holiday. It's called Shavuot. It's also called the Cheesecake Holiday, which tells you what kind of people we are. And I will be offline from Thursday through Saturday night. So I won't even be here to answer questions. So I wanted to give you guys a chance to take advantage of this bonus because it really is super cool. And so I extended it through Sunday evening so that I would have time to come back online and perhaps answer some questions. However, in the meantime, you can always tag Esther Cormier, and she is awesome and she will answer as many questions for you as she can. So what does it cost? Which is what you really want to know. Writing for Money is $997. There are payment plans. You can find all of the details if you go to successfulfreelancemom.com/freemama. I want you inside. Talk to me, figure out what's holding you back, and we'll talk it through. What else? I will keep enrollment for the live round open till next Wednesday, but if you want those fast action bonuses, you want to move quickly, right? And I think that's it. So I'm going to unshare my screen and then we can answer questions. Ta-da!
I finished my cinnamon roll. It was awesome. You got to watch me eat part of it because you made me laugh. And so I'm like, I wanted you to see me laughing because I knew you couldn't see them. But we have had almost 100 people hanging out with us this entire time, even on YouTube. So
that's awesome.
Guys, again, for finding us and just for giving us a little bit of grace with the tech trouble. It's all Facebook's fault is all I'm going to say. It's
100%. Yes.
You guys, I even bought new software to try to stream to Facebook and it still didn't work. Darn you, Facebook. Okay. So we have some questions. Abby, are you cool with the Q&A?
I love it. Yeah, let's do it.
So I want to make sure I go far enough back to get all of the questions. So I'm looking for the actual question mark. So hopefully you guys used proper, okay. Vanita asked, and I know you're going to have to answer this in the confines because I'm sure you guys understand, like some of these are not 2-minute answers. They're week answers. Like we could talk about it for forever. And in the interest of your time and our time, we can't do that. But Abby, what can you give Vanita with regards to how you price copywriting jobs? I know this is a loaded question.
Sure. Okay. No, 100%. So when you've never done a job before, what I always tell my students to do is to think about something. It can be very hard to understand, like, how long is this going to take if I've never done something like it before? So let's say writing a website, right? I've never written a website before. I have no idea how long that will take. However, you could think about how long will it take me to write one page on a website? So you might think, okay, that's something that I would probably like, it would draft it. It would take an hour and then I would edit it. That would be another hour. So let's say 2 hours for a page. And then think about, well, how many pages are in this website that I'm being asked to write? Let's say 10 pages. So 2 times 10 is 20. I'm going for easy math here. 2 times 10 is 20. And let's say that in your head, you're thinking, okay, I want to start off by paying myself about $50 an hour. So I'm going to say 2 times 10 is 20 times 50. Oh, I should have gone with, you know, I hate math. Okay. 20 times 50, and that would be $1,000, right? So I'm going to price this at $1,000. Now I'm not going to tell the client that my internal hourly rate is $50 an hour. That is information I'm keeping to myself. because the next time somebody asks me to do a website, it might only take me an hour and a half to write each page. And now I've just given myself a little bit of a raise and nobody has to know except me.
And all my free mamas should understand this concept of retainer pricing. I teach this in free training. This is Free Mama 101 for free. You know, this of not charging based off an hourly rate, but it gives us a really good basis, right? Exactly. That's awesome. Anything else you want to add?
And I mean, I would say that later on, after you know the value that you deliver, then you can begin pricing for value. True story. First time somebody hired me to write an email sequence, her name was Lauren Golden, and I told her that it would cost her, I forget, I feel like it was around $1,200 or $1,500, and I felt very good about that pricing, and you paid it. It was lovely. And then you sold $1 million worth of courses. So I was like, I feel like this could perhaps.
I'm like, hang on. I felt like I was going to, I paid you before I paid me. Do you know that?
100%. No, it was not on you. It was on me, but it made me realize something really important, that there's a lot of value to what I deliver. And, you know, in less than 2 years, I went from charging $1,500 to charging $8,000. And I teach that too, by the way.
Same thing.
For the same thing.
Yeah, you just told me that the other day and I was like, oh, that's so, you guys, for the same thing in 2 years, same thing. You probably are faster, maybe-ish.
Yeah.
At least for my stuff, right? 1,500 to 8,000 in 2 years. Like, tell me a job that gives you a raise for the same job like that in like your lifetime. Like, it's just insane to me.
You guys hear my son playing piano, by the way? This is the constant background noise of my life.
I can hear it.
Open my door. Okay.
I can hear the shows in the back. We're good. We're multitasking moms. We're all fully capable of tuning in. If our husbands were here, by the way, they can't do more than one thing at a time. So, but us women, we got this under control. If we want to take your program, how do we find it? Alicia, I dropped the link in the chat. Amanda, that is not a question. What is your best suggestion for where to start looking for clients? From Amanda.
Okay, so that's a little bit hard to answer because it totally depends on who are your clients going to be. The first thing to figure out is who are you going to be serving, and then we can start to figure out where they're going to be hanging out. So if you're looking for corporate clients, you're going to want to be much more on LinkedIn. If you're looking for, you know, online entrepreneurs, probably some of the Facebook groups are going to be your best bet. I do give my students some specific guidance on this when we're inside the program. By the way, I'm seeing that we are already getting some people in who are claiming that one of those 10 spots. Yeah.
Ah, that's so cool. Congratulations, you guys. Like free coaching. Like what, like literally right? That's, you're crazy to me, but I love
I know. I thought about it, but I was like, you know what? I love it. So
okay. So Amanda said, what is a favorite way to create and organize emails for clients? Like favorite software? I love this question. And can I answer it before you answer it?
Please.
Okay. So what I want you to know from my perspective of being Abby's client, Amanda, Abby touches none of my software. So even though I pay her to write it, she doesn't touch anything. She doesn't get in ClickFunnels. She doesn't set them up for me. I do that. Literally me. That's not even something one of my team members does. I send all of my emails because I'm a control freak, right? So all we work together through, we set up a Zoom call every month so she can ask all the questions she told you guys about in the training. Then she takes my words, she makes them sound better, puts them in complete sentences, puts them in an email, sends them back to me in a Google Doc, and that's it. She doesn't use, so my answer from the outside is the only software Abby's using is Google Docs, which y'all already have access to for free because you're free mamas.
Exactly.
Would you like to give maybe a different perspective on that?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that you get to decide in your business what you are and are not going to do. So for example, I tell my clients up front, like Lauren, I am not in the back end of your system at all. In fact, one of my clients just yesterday messaged me. He was like, hey, could I set up this sequence in Drip and then you'll go? And I was like, no. And he was like, yeah, okay, just asking. And I'm like, great, you know, no, still no. So, but yeah, I mean, if you like that stuff, I personally use and love ConvertKit. ActiveCampaign is another strong choice. I don't know anything about ClickFunnels, but you know, there's so many good choices out there. And I do talk specifically about email stuff within the confines of my email sequence workshop, and I can share the information that I have, but I am not a tech person by any means. So
Well, it doesn't matter because I am, and it's still broke today. So there's so Tracy do you know Tracy Matney? She's in our community. She did the Maker Accelerator. She runs a Facebook ads agency and does bots and typically serves restaurant owners.
Restaurants. Yes, I see her. I see her.
How much, yeah, she's saying, how much do people pay for copywriting for Facebook ads? I include that with my Facebook ad services currently. However, I was recently told that I should consider copywriting as an add-on service for my clients.
Yes, 100%. You should definitely be doing that as an add-on service. And again, that's something that's highly value-based. So yeah, it only, like, people are like, but that's short copy. It should only take you 20. It doesn't take you 20 minutes.
There's direct ROI on those bad boys.
There's so much ROI, right?
So, ROI is return on investment, meaning correct. I pay Abby. Yes, I paid her. One could argue $1,500 for $1 million. If you,
but you've paid me a lot of money over the years. You're good. You're fine.
The point is, the reason that early on in my business, you guys, that I hired Abby, and I'm telling you this as proof that what she's teaching you to do is valuable. That's why I'm sharing this with you so transparently. I hired Abby before I paid myself anything in my business because the service she provided as a copywriter had an ROI. I knew that if I invested that money in her, that it would result in more sales for me, not just once, but for the long haul, right? And because of that, when Abby started to realize that same truth, that's why she now charges $8,000 for the same service, right? So she premiumed herself to the point, and part of that is also outpricing certain clients. And there's a whole, I'm oversimplifying, but I guess what I want you to know, Tracy, is like, just like your Facebook ads provide a return, copywriting is no different. You can track. I can see to the email what emails make money that Abby writes. To the email, I know that was a $1,000 email. That was a $100 email. And I say like, not every email you guys that we send is not every email. The goal is directly to make money by any stretch of the imagination. We send an email every single week that's nurturing. We send an email every single week that's telling you guys to go watch Free Mama TV, which is totally free content, right? But I can still track those things, which means you can too. So
exactly. So Tracy, I would definitely say, I know a lot of people who do Facebook ads, and copywriting is definitely an add-on service. You could be looking at, I mean, depending on the size of like how many ads you're putting together, I would say put together probably 3 packages so that people have like a low, medium, and high to choose from, where, you could, and I don't know much about your pricing of your ads management services, but this could easily be like doubling your rates for that. So that's where I would start with.
Okay. Question for Abby from Jessica. Are you saying that even without training or background in VA work or any freelance work, that we can still be booking clients and making money in a few weeks?
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say 100% yes. And part of what we're going to do inside this live round is, I forget if I have it happening in week 3 or week 4, but I'm literally going to take you like on a 1 or 2 hour call. Guys, I have not worked out all the details. I will freely admit that, but I will work them out and they will be awesome. But we will go through a process that was actually developed by one of my students. It's this awesome like client getting hack that we're going to use to put together a list of emails that you can send out cold pitches just to get you some money in the door quickly so that you can quickly recoup the cost of your investment and be making money and be growing your confidence. But yes, I have so many women. I can give you like off the top of my head, a list of 20 women who are free mamas who started this with no experience and started booking work within 2 weeks.
This is not a question, but I would love for you to just reply to this statement, if you don't mind, Abby. Yvonne said, I'm missing out. I have a client that I'm creating a web page for, and she asked if I had copywriting experience. Nope. Facepalm emoji. What would you say to Yvonne?
So I mean, like go back and say, you know what, I was thinking about it and I can totally do this for you. Here's what I'm proposing. And again, I love, and this may be different from your strategy, so I don't want to step on toes, but I love proposing a low, medium, and high so that people have choices and they can, like, I'm going to do this like bare bones thing for you, or I'm going to do this with more stuff, or like this like full service package. And it lets people kind of choose what they want. And you can always, I mean, if you're a part of the Free Mama movement, you've got 30,000 women, right? Somebody can help you. Even if you have to pay for an hour or 2 of their time to train you to do something, we can help you figure this out. So say yes.
Say yes and then figure it out. Exactly. Sabrina, you have some people preaching cheesecake, so well done on that. Sabrina is asking, is there a guarantee that comes with your course?
Oh, is there a guarantee? That is interesting. I guarantee it will be awesome.
I guarantee it's awesome, and that if you do it, she says
if
that
you do the work, it will work. It is not magic. In fact,
as a consumer, I understand the question. As a course creator, it can be frustrating, Sabrina. Not we're frustrated with you. The frustration is Abby and I have both worked with so many people. We know if you follow the process, it works. It's not negotiable at this point. We've both had enough people be successful. They're proven models for success. The challenge comes in when you don't implement the things that we teach you. So the guarantee is our stuff works. Abby's course works. She knows how to make money as a copywriter. She is very good at it, and she is a good teacher of this craft. Now, whether or not there's a money back guarantee is between you and Abby.
Yeah. So no, I actually do not have a money back guarantee. And I stick by that. I feel like you're getting access to proprietary intellectual property, and I'm teaching
and
a
your
specific
time
method and my time. And it actually, the disclaimer on the bottom of my sales page says something like, there are no magic beans. Like, buying the course will not act. I know, right? Like, it will not magically make you money. You have to actually do the work. So that is what I say.
And Sabrina, we know we're not picking on you. We know you're
not at all. Not at all.
Hard.
It's a legitimate question. I don't have
totally a legitimate question. Amanda is asking, how does the payment plan work?
Sure. So I have there's the pay in full, which is $997. There's a 4-month payment plan, which is 4 times $297, and there is a 7-month payment plan that lets you get started for $197. So 7 payments of $197.
Caitlin, congratulations for investing in yourself. That's awesome. Melissa says, when you write for a website, do you send your work or do you have to actually edit the website for them? This is very similar answer to the website thing. You get to decide and you should charge accordingly.
Exactly.
Sorry, I kind of took that one over, but same thing. You decide. You can say no, you can say yes. Do we still get access to the live if we choose the payment plan? Do they get all the stuff you just said for on a payment plan? Okay.
Yes, everything. Now, because this is live, I am rolling out modules on a graduated basis. So yeah, but you have access to everything that someone who paid in full has access to the moment that they have access to it, but we are dripping out some content over time.
Good question, Nessa. Okay. Casey says, oh, hi, Casey. I'm like just looking at the first name. Casey Rucker. She said she doubled her rates within her first 6 months and people are still paying. That's probably happier because you're making more money, probably also working with clients who are more in alignment that you want to serve as well. Sabrina says, what if you're currently enrolled in Lauren's course and not finished? Is this course right for you? I can answer you. I'll let you go first. And if I need to.
A lot of people did this last year. A lot of people asked this question last year, and we told them that one, we don't want them to abandon one course in favor of another. Like, your course has so much about the foundations of building a business, and then this adds a specialized skill.
Correct.
However, I don't think that should stop you. Like, you have to know yourself. You have to know if you're going to feel overwhelmed, then don't do it. You know, like, my course will be there. It won't be live, but it'll be there 6 months from now. But if you're the kind of person who's like, this is going to motivate you to power through and do the things, go for it. We had plenty of people who were doing both concurrently, and we're very happy.
Yeah. Yeah. And mine is a very, like you said it perfectly. Mine is a very A to Z, well-rounded time management, business foundation, how to run your business. Abby's is really focused on developing a specialized skill that you can make more money with. It's very, like, it's the next thing. Much like if any of you have ever seen Catherine Jones, some of you already referenced CF Design School in the comments, very similar, but different, right? Like you potentially have a very different interest if you're going to one and the other, right? But it's the next thing. That's why I bring these guys to you. I choose them very carefully. I only bring in people I love and trust who are going to go above and beyond, like Abby's already committed to doing for you guys. So it's the next thing. Your whether or not you choose to overlap, like Abby said, kind of depends on your capacity to manage your time. And is yours lifetime access? Now I hear the piano. Is yours also, do they get it kind of forever or the internet?
Yes.
Right?
You have lifetime access. Yeah. Once you've unlocked stuff, like I said, some of this is going to be dripping out over the next couple of weeks, but within a couple of weeks, you'll have access to everything and you'll have access to all of it forever.
That's awesome. 9 to 5 office, whatever your real name is, not your YouTube name. Congratulations. Nessa, congratulations. Oh my goodness, you guys are coming in so fast. Okay. Jessica, congratulations. It's okay. My palms are still sweating too from not being able to get Facebook to go live and making you guys. So we're all sweating.
I talked so fast, by the way. I was like, oh my God, I need to make up 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're all sweating. Okay, Nessa, when will the live course start? Abby?
That is an excellent question. So we are actually kicking off on, I want to say June 8th. Is that Monday of that week? I feel like I'm probably going to wind up giving you access June 7th because I know a lot of people use the weekends to get work done. When you enroll, yeah, that's okay. So when you enroll right now, you're going to have access to like a welcome module and a pre-work module that's actually on time management, you guys. And there'll be some extra content on time management coming in prior to the 8th. But we'll really kick off and start with calls and lots of fun things June 8th.
Cool. Melissa, Abby, do you ever submit your own writing? Oh, shoot, I skipped one. Nicole, I'll come back to you. Abby, do you ever submit your own writings, like blog writings, as examples to your clients? I think you're asking maybe, do you have a portfolio? Is that kind of what you're asking, Melissa? Do you submit your own writings? Maybe Melissa's been writing for herself. Maybe she's been blogging.
Oh, you can.
I
so
think
if you have stuff like that,
question.
Yeah, like, so number one, if you have existing samples, it doesn't matter if you wrote them for yourself, if you wrote them for an imaginary client, if you wrote them for your mom, it does not matter. If they show your ability to do the work, they are valid as portfolio items. And we talk about, by the way, creating a portfolio when you don't yet have client work to show.
Cool. Nicole asked, can you show us an example of your email writing that helped a client? Yes. If you were on the Free Mama email list, you are going to get one later today. You probably got one this morning. You might have also seen the one from yesterday. There will also be 2 tomorrow. So that's a very good example. If you were on the Free Mama email list, Abby, unless you joined from October to about mid-January 2017 to 2018, Abby has written all of my email. Well, that's a lie.
No, but like 90% of them.
If they were bad and looked like they were last minute, I did it. If it was a good email, Abby definitely did it. And what's really cool, you guys, is that a lot of you maybe didn't even know that. And that's what Abby teaches you to do. Yes, we have a similar mission and kind of personality anyway, but like there are times where Abby uses a word and I have to change it because I'll literally read it and I'll be like, I would never say that word. Like that's just that's not a part of my vocabulary. So I'll change that, right? And your clients might do that too, right? Or they might come back to you and say, hey, we need to restructure this. But what Abby teaches you to do is not reinvent the wheel from scratch. What she teaches you to do is how to work with your clients to extract from them what they're trying to say, combined with some marketing and sales type strategies or whatever type of writing you're doing to make it as effective as possible. So it's not like when you hear my emails, it's from me through my mouth to her words onto the keyboard and redistributed back through the interwebs. But that's what's really cool is like, if you're sitting there going, well, like she said, you don't have to be an expert in every single thing, nor should you be, because it's literally your job to sound like your clients, that is the job, right? But Nicole, if you're on the Free Mama email list, you've seen proof. I mean, maybe you've got more somewhere else, but that's the easiest example I can give you.
Sure, no, absolutely.
Okay, and we did Melissa's. We got Esther blowing up the comments, just being amazing. You guys are still typing so fast. Nicole, how did you find clients? Did you seek them out or already knew people? We kind of touched on this. Do you want to add anything else?
A little bit. I mean, yeah, look, when you're just starting out, when I was just starting out 20 years ago, I literally pulled out the yellow pages and called every graphic design firm and marketing agency in Los Angeles where I lived at the time. But we teach a lot of strategies. Like we have literally an entire module about how to get clients, and that we talk about several different methods. We talk about cold pitching. We talk about warm pitching. We talk about working your network. We talk about connecting with people. All the ways. There are so many ways to find clients. And again, it's much easier to get specific when I know you a little bit better and what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah. You guys, here's what I want to just end you with we got a couple more questions, but like this topic, we've got to flip our mindset. I know when you're first starting, it's like, where are these elusive clients? You got to take it from 2 people who have been playing this game. I mean, Abby for much longer than me in terms of having a virtual business and freelancing, but even myself, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. We create a mental block when we have that, our limiting beliefs, or when we're like focusing on what's not right in front of us in a negative way. And that's why I love that you also talk about the mindset, Abby. They're everywhere. It's like, where could you not find clients? But you have to learn to answer the right questions so you know where to look and you know how to pursue them. And that's what Abby's going to teach you guys how to do. We have several people. Christina, congratulations. Whitney, congratulations. Someone is specifically asking if they got the one-on-one with you. I am guessing that you will contact all of those individuals today. Okay.
I 100% will. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
It is literally going to be the first 10 that are in those,
Maybe tomorrow, because it's night there. You will hear from Abby in the next 24 hours ish.
Correct.
No?
Yes. 100%. You will definitely hear from me. Yes.
I'm like trying to be mindful. You guys, Abby lives in Israel if you didn't know. So that's why I'm here earlier than normal. She's up later than normal. And so anyway, okay. I don't know if it's Adi or Adi. 80, maybe, beautiful name, ADI. She's very self-conscious about her writing because English is her second language. And I know you gave an example about a mom who English was also her second language. She says she loves writing, but she takes hours editing her emails and double checking everything she writes. Is this still a good idea for her? Is this program a good idea for her?
Okay, so first of all, I want to say if her name is spelled ADI, that's my a D, and if she happens to be Israeli, she can drop that in because that is an Israeli name, and it's a name that actually goes for boys and girls, and it's my son's name. So love it already. That was just an aside. Second of all, it depends on your own confidence level. You probably don't need to spend as much time checking and rechecking your own emails as you do because your audience is probably aware that English is not your first language, that it's your second language, and they probably respond well to that. Is this a good career choice? If you are going to feel uncomfortable and you are going to feel like you're constantly having to work harder, it might not be. But if you feel like you would be okay with, for example, teaming up with a proofreader, or if you're working with clients who are cool with your level of English and are cool with correcting occasional, not misspellings, but like miss what I can't remember the word, like, misappropriations of the English language, let's say, then go ahead. It's something that it's hard for me to answer for you. It really depends on your own comfort level with the language and how you feel.
Okay. And she says she's Jewish. And it's also Marta's second language, but she signed up. Congratulations, Marta. Congratulations. Thursa. Oh my gosh, you guys are just so amazing. Someone else, actually Thursa also said, she's not super confident. So you guys, here's what I want you to know. And actually we in Free Mama Squad this month, last night was actually our first book club. And we read a book called Fear is Not the Boss of You. And her name's Jennifer Allwood. She has an entire chapter. Have you read it?
I have it on my Kindle and it's like waiting for me to read it.
Yes. Anyway, she has an entire chapter where she talks about how we've been fed, like we have to have confidence before we can do something. And you guys may have heard me preach about this. Confidence comes from experience, not the other way around. You don't get confident and then go get experience. You have to have experience, and that's how you build confidence. She has a whole chapter around how what we should be seeking is courage. You need courage. You need the courage to invest in yourself. You need the courage to put yourself out there. You need the courage to decide that you're going to pursue something you want to do. You need courage, because courage is how you take the action. Action is how you get that experience, which is where confidence grows from. So don't worry about not being confident right now. You're not confident because you've never done it before, right? Like that makes sense logically, right? So don't worry if you're sitting there going like, okay, I'm going for it. I'm not doing, like, you were courageous. That's amazing. Yes. That's where it starts, right? So I love that. Okay. Couple more, and then I have to have time to eat lunch, you guys. Okay, Tracy, thank you. I've also been working with some larger clients and bigger budgets than restaurants, up to 3,000 a month retainers and other niches like coaches and e-com. Congrats, Tracy. That's amazing. You can continue to grow utilizing this skill for sure. Melissa says she's signing up after she's done with my program. Congratulations, Melissa. Woo! I had no idea I could charge extra for copywriting. Yep. Yes, courage and then confidence. Awesome. Okay, you guys, I have to go eat lunch. I love you so much, all 79 of you, for sticking around with us for the full.
You guys are amazing.
20 minutes. You hung out with us for an hour and 17 minutes. God bless you all. I am so grateful for you, Abby. I'm so grateful for your time and for you offering and me asking to be back in this community. You know, I love my people. You know how I feel about the Free Mamas. And I
am so grateful to have the opportunity to come in and share and to be in front of your people and to have your, oh gosh, now we could cry. I just love you so
I love you so much. And I'm just so excited for everybody who is investing. Even if you're not, you guys, just keep in mind, like Abby and I are good humans. We still love you. We can part ways
Yes.
as friends if the timing's not right. If you're not convinced that writing is what you want to do, you need to noodle
That is
on
okay.
sit with it. Yeah, that's totally okay. Take what you
And also this training, go back and watch it. Even if you don't want to do this, go back and watch it and take notes because
That's what I was just going to say. I was just going to say, because you all know I'm all about action. So if the next action for you is not writing for money, I want you to still implement what Abby taught you. Check out your website, check out your about you, go back and maybe look at the last few social media posts and take this perspective of, is this about me or is this about them? How many times did I use the word I? How many times did I use the word you? And just think about it and sit with it and be like, how can I improve my copy in my day-to-day life as I'm running a business or starting a business or networking, and take the tips that Abby taught. And if you are ready to go to the next level and you do want to make more money and talk about mindset and have access to coaching and all of the insane stuff that Abby, I'm like, honestly, I'm kind of like, are you sure? Like, I mean, take backsies. You can't go back on it now, but I'm a little like, that's like you go, girl. And true story, Abby boxed me. If you're not familiar with Boxer, you get access to Boxer with her, I'm pretty sure. So you'll learn about it. She boxed me and she's like, hey, you totally don't have to, but would you be willing to like give away some of your stuff? And I'm like, well, we could do this or we could do this. I don't know. Do you want to pick one? She's like, can we do both? And I'm like, for you, for the free mamas, yeah, I can do both. And then I was like, sorry, Jordan, you have to go deliver all these people these two things. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much. So I'm just excited to collaborate with you, Abby. I think you're amazing. Obviously, just being a client of yours, I adore you. Being a friend of yours, I adore you. And I know I've watched Amy's journey. I've watched Esther. I've watched so many of your Casey. Like I've watched so many of your students excel when they realize that this thing that they already maybe enjoyed or it already was playing a role in their personal life, when they realized that they could leverage it as a profitable skill. It's like the mind blown emoji. So thank you for your time. You guys, please enjoy the rest of your day. I'm so grateful for you. And thanks for following us over to YouTube.
You're amazing. Bye.